All right, chat. Here we go. The 2019-2020 Buffalo Sabres. Nothing particular to point out about that year, certainly. I want to get my hopes up, but I don't. I want to, but I don't. Because every time I get my hopes up with this team that maybe we're finally going to make the playoffs, it doesn't happen. It scares me. I need them to prove themselves a little bit. See if they can do it. And again, the good thing is we have the maxed out scout as well. So the picks that we did retain, we should be able to do quite well with it. So let's see what happens. I'm hoping. Praying. I need this to be our first good year, please, especially after NHL 13. Otherwise, we might be looking at going back to 13 and 14 down the road to get redemption. Connor McDavid's now our #1 center. 2-4 in the preseason, but typically we do well in the preseason and do terribly in the regular season. So, also, our scout said it's going to be a worse season, worse draft class this season. So, if there's ever a year to risk it, this might be an atrocity. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, here we go. The season begins. Emerson Edom, our top man. Montreal is a 4-3 win. All right. Let's see. Hockey's fun again for my team, and I'm happy. Fair. I mean, I feel like most... Now, let me... Hold on. But still, I feel like most fan bases... Hello, Nooch. So tonight was the night I found out that the Anaheim... I don't know if people saw this. I don't even want to spoil it. Nooch, how are you, by the way? I discovered tonight that this is a thing that apparently exists. You can't be mad when your favorite team loses when this is apparently a thing. So, you know, how can you even be mad, right? How can you even be mad? But I feel like for most teams in the league right now, early days, you can't be that upset unless, like, Sharks fans, I was playing esports, thought it was 3-1 and then they somehow lost. They sure did. Hell of a way to lose the first game of the season. Do I still have the Ducks clip? Yeah, I played it the other night, didn't I? I don't know where it is, though. It's here somewhere.
Ducks! It's all about ducks!
There you go. That's from our Ducks franchise a few years ago. Like, if you're the San Jose Sharks or a fan of the Sharks, well, the Sharks can be mad about losing. The players can be. The GM's ecstatic. Mr. Greer, of course. But if you're a Sharks fan right now, you're just like, man, this is great. We're trash. We are so bad. And that's perfect, because that's exactly what you want to be. They want a high draft pick. But if you're the Edmonton Oilers, who right now, at the time that I'm speaking, are the second worst team in the NHL, yeah, you're probably not having too much fun. Chicago's third bottom in the league at the time of talking right now. And you got Connor Bedard. Shut up. You should have lost a million bajillion draft picks because your owner is your former owner, let's be honest. And some other people did some questionable things in the name of winning a championship. But, it's fine. It's fine. How could you build a bad roster with McDavid and Draisaitl? Nude, you say that as I am currently simming a franchise that has McDavid and Draisaitl. So apparently quite easily. The answer is also trusted hockey man Ken Holland. But, yeah, it's early. That's all you can say. It's early in the season. No need to panic yet, you know? Oh, God. Ben Afquack. Hello, X-Tech. Are we speaking highly of the Vancouver Canucks? Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to do that? Is that legal? I mean, I will say, in spite of Tyler Myers, they have a winning record. So I think that's what I'm saying. I think we can talk positively about the Canucks for once. We won't say anything else. Who doesn't love first line left wing Phil DeGiuseppe? You know? Who doesn't love that? Or greatest defenseman of all time, Quinn Hughes. Don't let any internet hockey nerds tell you otherwise. Even though every internet hockey nerd loves Quinn Hughes. Figure that one out. So, you know. Fun times all around, right? Oh, goodness. All right. Hughes better than Oren Makar. Facts. Big facts. And that's why he's never going to the Devils. Jack Hughes is going to Vancouver. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Luke won't be able to join as fast. A little bit more contract time. But he'll be there someday too. Honestly, just sign their dad. Let their dad be an assistant coach. Why not? The Van Hughesver Canucks. We'll work on the title. We'll work on it, but we'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. God. Sign the mom and dad as scouts. I mean, at least encourage some activities, you know? Ridiculous. So, Nuge, did you guys win that last game of FC last night when my internet died for the second time? I didn't even ask. Meanwhile, these Sabres... Oh, you did win. Good. Well, maybe we'll play again tonight. I'm having a lot of fun lately. And indeed, we are quite mid. Quite mid here in Buffalo. Mid-December of 2019. What a time. I wanted to go to Stats Central and see just how we are doing. How are we? Napster, yes. Heard from him yesterday morning. He's all right, thankfully. Oops, didn't want to go to Boston. They always mess around with the damn numbers. Has he not improved by an overall point, though? There is an argument I should send him back to junior. Quite the argument. Why does Ian Cole hate me? Every time I get him in a franchise mode, he is just the absolute worst. Every time. All right, our top line sucks. Teddy Purcell only has 5 points. Okay. Right. This is going a bit worse than planned. We have to break up members of that top line. So let's go Safronov, McDavid, Tarasenko, Draisaitl, Bailey, and Edem. We also have to do something. I guess we'll just send down Teddy Purcell to the fourth line. Christ. Defensively, we have to break up that second pair. So just go Jelena with Cole, I guess. And what the hell do we do with Ryan? What do we do with Ryan? Do we send him back to junior? Or do we just say, you know what? He's benefiting because of a weird potential. Oh my god. Remember how I said that these games weren't perfect? Apparently, an 84 overall. God damn it, Nooch. Hold on, we'll Mustarter. God. Okay. Malcolm Subban's there too. Everyone's favorite Finn, Chris Gibson. Malcolm Subban. How the hell does he have the rating that he has? What? Better puck control and athletic category for Malcolm. I mean, I guess he does have like the really good reflex category, but I'm so confused by these games sometimes. His reflexes are really good. They are. Well, yeah, Nooch, 83 5-hole. Why would he have 4-star reflexes? All right. We're going to go... Dude, seriously? I can literally sign Chris Gibson for nothing. I basically have to at that point. There's no reason to stick with the other guy, I guess. Like, oh my god, we got shelled. Now I'm so undecided. At least Chris Gibson signed. That's fun. But we are losing games hand over fist. Tell you what I'm going to do. Chris Gibson is going to be in net, but Ryan is also staying in net, as we are going to scratch Mr. Williams to see if Gibson's good enough. See if he can start getting us some wins. If he can't, well, we'll... Oh, look at blowing this up at the deadline when we don't have our first round pick. This will be the second time I've traded my first round pick, and both times I would have paid for it. Never a good idea, is it? And we lose our next game 3-1. A nice winless week. Okay. Connor's our leading... Dude, we have a team with Vladimir Tarasenko, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and our leading goal scorer is now Tarasenko with 10. This is just bad news. This is real bad news. We haven't won a game in God knows how long. It's been almost 2 full weeks of losses. It would be Florida at least. If you beat Florida, but there's no one in the crowd to see it, did it happen at all? Did it happen at all? Goodness. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Tyson Bailey now showing up as our leading scorer with 10. It's losing by committee, from what I can tell. You know, at least in NHL 13, we could make it to the playoffs, right? We haven't been able to do that here. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Because this is now multiple seasons in which the thought, at least for me, was we're going to be better this year. And we have yet to get better. We have a terminal case of Buffalo that seemingly can't be overcome. we pretty much have no choice but to go straight to the deadline and see if there's anything. Really, the All-Star break is going to be the big indicator. If we have that bad of a record at the All-Star break, we're going to have to move on from certain players. I really don't want to look at Rebuild 2. I really don't want to take 2 straight L's either between these games. Especially with NHL 15 on the horizon, where, again, I still don't know what version of the game I'm going to play. Odds are it'll be both of them. But did you finish Rebuild 1, though? Technically not, because we never made the playoffs. So we have kind of battled back closer to 500, though. Williams still leads the team in wins with 10. That's not a good sign. He hasn't been the starter for over a month. If not 2 months. At least a month. 21-21-4. Sidney Crosby's going to the All-Star game. All right, 21-21-4. Our leading scorer, Vladimir Tarasenko, has just 12 goals. Okay. All right. What can we do here? What can we do? There's got to be an answer. Looking first at goalies. Gibson has a 273. The 907. Ryant. Good old Bry. Not doing too hot. Williams wasn't doing too hot either. Defensively. 20 points for Walser. Cole and McAllister they haven't even been on a line together or a pair together since we last looked, and they're still doing terribly. Minus 16 for Vladimir Tarasenko. It's just 23 points. Teddy Purcell has been completely useless. 31 and 30 points. Draisaitl's gotten lit up defensively. Our left wingers are doing okay. And then Bailey is heavily outscoring McDavid, and Zemgus Girgensons is really kind of falling into that bottom 6 role. 21-21-4. And actually, before we edit the Lions, 23rd in the league, 7th in our division, 12 points back of Detroit for that 3rd spot. It is a long shot that we will make the playoffs. And for that reason, I think we have to start looking at trade possibilities here. Just get rid of certain pieces that haven't made the team any better, unfortunately. Just see what we can do. Didn't mean to go to contracts, but it's okay. I mean, it is true Purcell could be dragging down the power play, but he shouldn't be. It's Teddy Purcell. He should be doing just fine. But that doesn't mean that's how it's actually going to play out now, does it? Okay. I want draft picks are good prospects. I've lost count of how many times I've set up the trade block like this, because we keep falling back into this habit of not being a good hockey team. We don't need a goalie, at least. Our surplus is everything. We are open for business. Give me any goalie. Yeah, honestly, any goalie works too. On the trade block for us, Ian Cole. Edem, Tarasenko. Dan Girardi's got to be right back on the block. Hasn't been too long since we acquired him. But it hasn't gone well. And Teddy Purcell. 3 veterans brought in to take this team to the next level. It has not happened. And here we are. Looking at maybe blowing this team up. McDavid cannot be the top center anymore. We're going to go Safronov, Bailey, Edem. Barbashev, McDavid, Tarasenko, Draisaitl, Gergensons, Gallagher. And defensively, there's not much I can do about McAllister and Cole. They are just not putting up points no matter who we put them with. So we'll see if any trades happen here over the next month. Maybe the team will figure it out. We get a random trade for Grant. 62 overall at 20 years old, 3-star red potential. We'll move on from him. 4th and a 5th from the Calgary Flames. Got fucked up at a concert. It was a blast. Define fucked up at a concert, because that could mean a variety of different things depending on the concert. Tyson Larson is a 52 overall at 20 years old, an enforcer. He gone. Thank you, Chicago, for the 269 picks. Hurt. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. What's the damage? What's the damage? Now we start winning games for a band called Mushroomhead. I am aware of who Mushroomhead is. I am aware. Shoulder and fractured foot. I shake my head like a disappointed parent, but I know you had a blast, as you said. So it's okay. It's okay. We won't accept that trade from McAllister, even though he's struggling. We just shut out Edmonton 4-0. I wasn't even in the pit I got landed on. Oof. Oof. Hurt via mosh pit without being in the mosh pit. Yikes. Warren Fahey, you're tragic. Send you to Florida. Especially now that we have the better scouts. Get rid of some of these lower end prospects and we might be able to kind of get things back on track here. Well, right as I say that, we lose 2 games in a row. 24, 24, and 4. Love to see it. Emerson Edem, how have you done this year, buddy? 26 points in 53 games. That, sir, is a 40-point pace. Less than half a point per game. That's not good enough for me. I will take Pittsburgh's 1st and 2nd in 2021. Emerson's out. We acquired him a year ago. Wanted to see what he was capable of. The answer was not much. We'll get Jordan Tutu into the lineup here. Teddy Purcell, this is your opportunity to actually do something, my man. I believe in you. I don't, but I'll say that I believe in you. What lines are messed up? It's, 4-on-4 lines. Just put Connor McDavid there. It's fine. I come in and you get rid of Emerson Edem Smoot. I'm so sorry. How are you, by the way? It's been, I feel like it's been a few days. A little bit, at least. And you'll be happy to know that Emerson was just as disappointing. But I did essentially finagle them into giving me Oli Mata. So it's always a good day when you can acquire Oli Mata for nothing. Oli Mata, it means no worries. Or so I've heard. Or so I've heard. See if we get another trade here. Tarasenko now our leading scorer. It's a bold strategy to get rid of your leading scorer, but when you are as mid as we are, it's worth it. That's not worth it. 2 firsts just isn't enough for Connor McDavid. It's just not enough. I'd need to know for sure I'd get the #1 overall pick if I'm trading Connor McDavid. 25, 25, and 4. We get a trade offer for Eric Jelena, who we picked up earlier on this season. He's been okay, but we'll take a second and a fourth for a free agent signing. No problem there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And congrats to Oli Mata. We get the call up. And fill in on the defensive side of things. Get old Oli in there. Got to get him on the power play. Let's see. There you go, Mr. Mata. Derek Ryan has 13 points in 16 games for the SC Alliance. I mean, he's an elite 1C. We knew this. We knew this, though. It's no surprise. Listen to the stream as I do something else. Sounds like Buffalo. We're doing a Buffalo. Yes. We sure are, Aiden. We sure are. It has been typical Buffalo. Every team now is like, you want to trade us Connor McDavid? No. No, I don't. Not giving up on Connor yet. Dude, Ovi only has 19 goals. Maybe I was too strict with Emerson at him. Maybe I should have kept him. But still, he was on pace for 40 points as the top sixer. So, love it to give real people when I see one. Well, you're seeing nothing but a rebuild because I can't get this team out of rebuilding mode. We are just stuck. Like I said, at least on NHL 13 with the Florida Panthers, we had some playoff success. It's a miracle, but we did. We have had nothing. Nothing at all with these Sabres yet. So we approach the deadline. David now in 17 goals. It's the main team in the yellow jersey. Not a main team. That was the Boston Pride of the PHF. Who no longer exist. Beaverson for a 3rd and a 7th. Benjamin Beaverson, which is my nickname for Crash Andrews. We move on from Beaverson. I know he's a great name, but we're gonna move on. Crash Andrews, 49 months. Thank you very much, handsome. How are you tonight? We love you. We love you. We love you. Sorry to see the Beaverson go, but it had to be done. 49 months. Shout out to youtube.com/Crash Andrews. What? What? I don't even know if you stream anymore, Crash, but there's a shout out, damn it. There's a shout out. Damn it. De Hamilton, who is not Dougie Hamilton, it's Dwayne Hamilton. It's a 59 overall at 22 years old. You want to give me 2 draft picks for that, Carolina? Be my guest. Thank you. God, we are as mid can be. I'm not trading Safronov and McAllister. The last play does work, yeah. It's only broken for a little bit. I'm not trading Connor McDavid. Strong on a bit today, but that's life. Preach, brother! Fucking preach. Christ. Who wasn't struggling today? If anyone did have a good day, I'm happy for you. All right? I'm happy. All right. We get to the trade deadline of 2020. We get a trade offer in the first hour. No, we will not. Sorry, I'm actually. I like them a lot. We got no centers to trade, really, because I still like that center course. Safronov and Spreakin aren't going anywhere. Barbashev and Draisaitl disappointment, but they have no trade value. Teddy Purcell has to go. It doesn't matter where. For what? Nobody wants him but Nashville. Okay, hold on. So we got Nashville. Okay, a future first from Nashville. Rangers are giving up their first this year. Hello. Hello. Yeah, well, that sounds like a good day. Tampa and Washington. Let's go talk to our old friends, the New York Rangers. Because trading Teddy Purcell for a first-round pick sounds pretty damn good to me. I feel like I need to add a little bit just to safety net this. Obviously, we have quite a few mid-round picks now. They do want a goalie like Eric Williams, which is good news for me. Purcell and Williams for their first, and it goes through. So there we go. Teddy Purcell has already been flipped, as has Williams. It'll be Gibson and Ryan in goal, basically, for the rest of the season then. But yeah, a good time to get rid of Teddy Purcell because he just wasn't cutting it. I wish he was, but just didn't work out. Do we have a trade offer this week or this hour? We do not. Dan Girardi. Is there anybody that wants you? I traded my first round pick for you. Also, I noticed the Rangers didn't even have my first round pick, so they flipped it somewhere else. Nashville wants Girardi, but there is nothing they can give me where we can maximize the value. Catcher, what's up? I'm doing all right. Let's see. The Rangers would be willing to take him back. But again, they dealt my first round pick somewhere, the bastards. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's right. He was on the Flames, not on the Rangers. You're right. But Taylor Vickerman. Can't skate worth a shit, though. He's a really good playmaker, but he just can't fucking skate. That scares me. Scares me a lot. Tampa. We might have to talk to the Tampa Bay Lightning here. We might have to. Ovi would be a bridge too far. Calgary's pick is actually worth more than ours. Honestly, I'd rather get my pick back. I would rather pull off this particular deal. Let me take Jason Wilson. Will they do this? Shit. I had a feeling that they wouldn't. It's worth a shot, though. Dallas is calling. Brendan Gallagher for 2 seconds. You got it. We could always trade Girardi at the draft. He's still under contract. Let's call up Boyd Gordon. Good old Boyd. We got 2 hours left. We have a call. We did not. Let's go back and talk to our friends in Calgary. Yeah, let's see if we can pull this off, man. Let's see. Dan Girardi. Ian Cole would be... Actually, they have plenty of cap space. What about Dan Girardi and Ian Cole in the same trade? Give me Wilson. And give me Wilson. Dan Girardi and Ian Cole for my first round pick back. They said yes. It's fine by me. Did we maybe lose out on a little bit of value? Perhaps. Does it matter? No. We at least have our first round pick back. We'll call up Charlie Ortmeyer and Dean Vigilante for the rest of the season. 1 hour left. Washington is calling. That's not going to happen. Was there anybody else that we didn't move on from in this nightmare of a season? Tarasenko's disappointed me, to be honest. Is there a team where a Tarasenko trade makes a good amount of sense? They do have Jean Fontaine, who is a great skater but can't do much else. You know you're desperate when you want your own first rounder back. Could trade Tarasenko to Boston for a first rounder. Calgary immediately puts Dan Girardi right back on the block. Carolina's giving up Eric Stahl. Colorado first rounder. Colorado first rounder. Right now, Colorado looks to be our new best friend. It's gonna have to be Colorado. I'd rather have Colorado than Kucherov, to be honest. Colorado's picked then Kucherov. Just simply for the contract control. Fact is, they might not even want to do the trade otherwise. Yeah, it's Colorado. Yeah, trying to trade for Kucherov when they don't want to give him up. We'd have to give up quite a bit to make it happen. Whereas for Colorado's pick, it's very high value. We will still have to give up a little bit to make it happen, but not as much as it appears because Tarasenko's value is boosted and they don't value that first rounder as much. Honestly, Bonvi's a 70 overall at 20 years old. He's not bad. He was a second overall pick, but he's not insane. And I would much rather... freaking flash drive that I'm fiddling around with. I'd much rather take a risk on trading Bonvi with Tarasenko to get this pick. It still might not be enough. Is there another deal we can do? Not really. All right. I give up that third. Barbashev, Draisaitl can stay. For some reason, they want the other dudes. If we give up some mid picks, how about a couple of fourths? Tarasenko, Bonvi, a third and 2 fourths for your first round pick. They say yes. So we did well to spec back into the draft as all of the dudes we acquired to put this team over the edge and make them competitive did in fact not make us competitive. So now here we are, not quite back at square one. 9, 10, 11, 12, but pretty damn close. We'll send 2-2 down for Daniel. Drop Garrett Wilson. We'll call up Logan Nelson. We're going to give a lot of our younger guys the opportunity here at the end of the season. Because why not? Might as well see if they improve at all. Best lines goes Barbashev, Bailey, Draisaitl, Safronov, McDavid, Saprikin, Daniel, Gergensons, Howerluck, Kavanaugh, Gordon, Nelson. Works for me. Defense, Walser, McAllister, Lukowicz, Mata, Ortmeyer, Vigilante. Goalies, Ryan and Gibson. Let's get this shit show of a season over with. The deadline is there. And I agree, now that we are a worse team, we will actually be better. Holy waivers. We won't take Cataret. We will take Teuvo Teravainen. We will take Brett Panik. And we will take Alex Lavoie. Lavoie? Lajoie. Whatever French madness you prefer. So I'll actually send Vigilante back down for Brett Panik. Yes. And then for the forwards, I said we'd try out some of the younger guys, but we can drop Kavanaugh or Lajoie. And then we can't drop anybody else without losing the waivers. So sorry to Teuvo Teravainen. You get to be the main man in the AHL for the rest of the season. Doesn't that sound fun? It better.